فيوم الحساب به أفتخر صلاة سلام على المصطفى رسول الإمام بنور الصفا مرتبي رسول أحمد مصطفى
Welcome back to Urban Women, Radio Ansar International. It is Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Marisburg 105.6 FM, and wherever you are, you're most welcome to join us live on our screens. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. It's a wonderful day. It's Heritage Day, it's a public holiday. We kind of like winding down. It almost feels like a Friday to me. I mean, you're coming here and everything's kind of dead, but I'm so happy that I have people coming in and out. So Kelly is hosting her career workshop today. So I know that people are busy in the conference center. And then I'm joined by a wonderful guest. I have a new tech today in the studio. That is Monley. He's kind of keeping up. He says, I need to keep up to your pace. So it's great. He's doing a fantastic job. Tabeka, Hafiz Wasim coming in. It's nice for a public holiday because normally it's just so dead. But I want to ask you a question. I mean, it is Heritage Day. Have you ever heard the South African national anthem sung in Arabic? To be honest with you, the first time I heard it, I was super thrilled. I was marveled. I was just in awe because I hadn't heard that ever here in South Africa. And it was at a ladies' event that I was emceeing, subhanAllah. And so I asked Sister Fatima Dawood, who actually sang that, to please join us on Heritage Day here on our Urban Women show. She is a dedicated educator with nearly 2 decades of teaching experience. And throughout her journey, she has demonstrated a passion for empowering children and fostering their academic and personal growth as well. So, subhanAllah, she has also many years of dedicated service in madrasas affiliated to AYOSA, and she has specialized teaching of Eastern languages, Urdu and Arabic, and alhamdulillah, at least 3 schools as well. So she's currently an educator at Alipur Primary School based in Merebank, and her commitment to empowering children through education continues to drive her professional journey. Sister Fatima, it's an absolute pleasure to have you join us on Urban Woman this morning. Assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Razia, it's actually an honor and a privilege for me to be here on your show, Urban Woman. I normally get to miss it when I'm at school, but on holidays, I'm surely tuned in.
Alhamdulillah. That's so great. It's so wonderful to have you join us today. And also want to say thank you for being so open to this invite that we extended. You know, as I expressed that I absolutely loved it when you sang. So share with us, how did you come across the South African national anthem in Arabic?
Okay, the memory on exactly, it's quite vague, but I know the anthem stuck with me. In the early 2000s, I think it was at IPCI, and under the leadership, our subject advisor was Nizam Rahman, and we had some people come from Lebanon, so they had a little workshop held at IPCI, and one of the things that we did to show them something from South Africa, to give them like a thank you, was that the anthem was now translated into Arabic. And then we rendered this to them. And well, many of the sisters, Allah grant those who have passed on Jannat al-Firdaus, and those that are sickly and who's left from, the teaching of Eastern languages because the department took it out. And yeah, I am someone who just kept that anthem with me. I didn't lose my copy, and I kept it with me with my learners and stuff like that.
I love it.
Alhamdulillah, yeah. I asked other sisters to join me, and now everybody forgot. Fatima, you're the only one who remembers, so you go ahead. So alhamdulillah, I'm here today just to share that with everyone.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Listeners, are you ready? I mean, do hop onto Facebook and YouTube and do join us, because we're going to have this live, obviously on air, in studio, and on our screens as well. Let's go for it. Something different for this Heritage Day. Sister Fatima Dawood is going to be singing the South African national anthem for us in Arabic.
Razia, just before I sing that anthem, I just want to make a few pointers. Like, the thing that strikes me most is how our Islamic principles mirror the values that we hold dear as South Africans. Now, we have Ubuntu, right? And Ubuntu teaches us that I am because we are. And Islam emphasizes the ummah, the community that cares for all its members. Both traditions speak of hospitality, social justice, and looking after the vulnerable. These are not foreign values. They are foundation They are the foundation of who we are as South Africans. Now, today, Heritage Day reminds us that our strength lies not in being the same, but in celebrating our differences while standing together.
SubhanAllah.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says He created us in different nations and tribes so that we may recognize each other. And when I sing the national anthem just now, it's not going to make it foreign. It's to show that this anthem belongs to all of us in all our languages and in all our traditions.
I love
And
it.
as we celebrate today, let us remember that South African heritage isn't a museum piece. It's a living, breathing tapestry that we all continue to weave. Every tradition, every language, and every faith adds to our collective strength. This is what makes us South African. Okay, and now, as a celebration of how all our voices unite in one song, I would like to sing the anthem, showing that Nkosi Sikelel' Africa truly belongs to all South Africans.
I love it. I'm going to pause you there because the message has come through. Salam, sister. My idea of heritage, because earlier on I asked, like, what is your idea of Heritage Day? Share that with us. And they say, yes, even though we are proud South Africans, I look at the billions across the world chanting in Arabic for free Palestine. It makes me so proud telling myself that it is my heritage. I'm so proud to be a Muslim, even when the non-Muslims come together for humanity. Makes us proud. It makes us proud of Islam, to know that Islam is growing in numbers. So through all the pain we experience, Palestinians are our heroes. Allah knows
Absolutely,
best.
yes.
Don't become despondent in His timing. Your sister in Islam, Sister Najmi Nisa Khan. You know, and it ties in beautifully with what you said. We are essentially one. SubhanAllah, like
Absolutely.
the hadith, the ummah is like a body. If the head is sore, the rest of it should feel that. So, subhanAllah, thank you for that message. Do drop us more messages. And if you're joining us on Facebook, comment as well.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay. I'm no Nightingale, but as long as I get the anthem across, okay?
Hey, mashallah, we'll be the judge there. Take it away.
Sorry, there it's going in Nkosi Sikelel'. Sorry about that. Ya ilahi ihfaz Afrikiya waj'al ru'aytaha ulayya isma da'ana ya ilahi barik ahlaha barik ahlaha ya ilahi ihfaz ummatana قف الحروب والابتلاء احفظها احفظها احفظ أرضنا أحلى جنوب أفريقيا أفريقيا من السماء الزرق ومن أعماق البحار فوق الجبال السود إلى مكان تحمينا بنادي للاجتماع سنقوم بالاتحاد نحيا ونجاهد للحرية في جنوب أفريقيا.
Mashallah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Molly, could we have your feedback on that one? Did you know that? Sign language,
Shukran,
right?
alhamdulillah.
Awesome. Oh, mashallah, that was beautiful. And I think we felt it as South Africans. We felt it as an ummah, especially this message coming through, reminding us about Palestinians, holding them in as well. And they also speak Arabic. SubhanAllah, I think that was absolutely beautiful. We thank you. We thank you for this. And we thank you for sharing that on air with our wonderful listeners. When I heard it, it was like, how can I not let our listeners benefit from that? You know, you are a teacher, subhanAllah. You actually have, hey, mashallah, says Razia. Sister Razia Isaac. Oh, she enjoyed that. Beautiful.
Alhamdulillah.
Monli, you are like, Monli's here in the corner. That's Monli anyway. If you're watching us on the screen, you are, so you have so much of knowledge in you, subhanAllah. I mean, teachers, you are inspiring children. Think about it. I always say teachers have such an important job. And you know, I always say, like, if a teacher has to say one harsh word to a child at that a very impressionable age, it could stick with them forever.
You
So
either make a child or break a child.
yeah. And it's amazing because a lot of children sit with that and they either like develop their sense of self-worth from there. And then, you, alhamdulillah, you also have the Dini knowledge in it as well. Share with us from your perspective. I mean, it is Heritage Day. We have you here. Why do you think it is important to actually preserve cultural heritage?
Okay, preserving cultural heritage is like holding on to the threads of history that weave together the fabric of our societies. It is super important for several reasons, like for cultural identity and a sense of belonging. This shapes our individual and collective identity, giving a sense of where we come from and who we are. Another reason is education and learning. Preserved artifacts are invaluable resources for education, offering lessons like in history, like Tuan Guru, for example. Now, Tuan Guru is Sheikh Yusuf, and he was a political prisoner brought to the Cape, and he was imprisoned on Robben Island for many years. And what like really gets to me is that he actually wrote down the Quran entirely from memory. Subhanallah.
Wow.
And okay, now we look at Robben Island. As South Africans, we say it's a heritage site because Nelson Mandela was there in prison for 27 years. But for us as Muslims already, it's a heritage site because of what happened there with Tuan Guru. So he also started the first madrasa, which was in Bukap. And this shows us, our heritage like that, knowledge, education, and all of those things. It also promotes understanding and respect amongst different communities. It's like building bridges between cultures through shared histories and traditions, Razia. So yeah, that's why it's important.
So beautiful. And what would we be without that? It helps us form that sense of identity, that sense of belonging.
Correct.
What would it be if we did not preserve that? There's messages, subhanAllah, coming through. As you were talking, I'm busy smiling. Sister Razia Kadra also says that it was very beautiful. Alhamdulillah. And a lot of our listeners are enjoying it, and they enjoy Sister Shanaz as well. So Jazakallah khair for that. What would you say, Sister Fatima? How can learning about other cultures also help to build respect and understanding? Because, I've realized that when we don't have the understanding of another culture, we just have this egoistic, supremacist kind of a thinking. I'm better than you. But until you actually sit with different cultures, different people, you get so marveled at what is important for them, their culture. How do they eat? How do they think of things? How do they perform certain things? And it all comes from a point of respect, but only if you give yourself that opportunity, not to think, as you know, the final sermon is that don't distinguish between Arab and non-Arab. But we are so hung on to that. I'm better than you because of the language that not even I speak, my forefathers, not even the town or the village that I come from, but my forefathers, right? So it's all of that we stick with, but we so easily negate our beloved Master Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's last sermon. So on that question, what would you say?
Okay. On this question, I can say, by learning about other cultures, we can break down preconceived notions and stereotypes. This will encourage critical thinking and a better understanding of cultural diversity. It can also teach us how to communicate effectively across cultures, embracing those cultural differences that you talk about, creating a more inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and respected. And that is very, very important. So, inshallah, yeah.
Isn't that our deen? All about respect.
Absolutely.
We also have to respect other people's religions. Obviously not accept, but respect. That is part of our deen. SubhanAllah. Everything comes with challenges. I think especially in our modern times, right? So what are some challenges that are actually faced when trying to preserve heritage in our modern society?
Well, Razia, this comes with its fair share of challenges. And what pops into my mind immediately is politics. Now, yes, heritage preservation often gets tangled up in political decisions, influencing whose history gets preserved and whose history gets left out. Like, as I mentioned earlier, the example of Tuan Guru Sheikh Yusuf and the Awal Masjid in Bukap.
Yes.
Now, currently, there is a proposal for a hotel to be built next to the masjid. And that is going to completely destroy the site itself. So, Shukr, we do have a few political parties standing together with the Muslims saying that, it's disrespectful to the Muslim community to come up with that hotel there. Rather make a community center where those heritage values and stuff can still be, kept intact. But Allah knows best. Then the other challenge that comes to mind is our climate changes. With the rising sea levels and the extreme weather events, these threaten our vulnerable heritage sites.
Yeah.
And, I think also securing adequate funding and resources for heritage preservation, it's like we don't have that much, or how can I say, resources, available for us. So these are just a few of the challenges that come to mind, but there are plenty more. Inshallah, Allah make it easy, because without our heritage, we can lose identity, like with the youth now coming up. If they don't have certain things, like certain values instilled in them, and they don't have these places to go and visit and see, then it can be easily lost,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we do need some sort of a visual to make that connection.
Absolutely.
Like, that is why many people will also enjoy going to Turkey, for example. We want to go to Makkah, Medina, and do the ziyarats and see the noble sites. And sadly, as you're speaking, we know that some have been destroyed even in the Holy Lands, which is so sad.
Disappointing and sad, yes.
Because we think, we missed out. We could have seen. Imagine now we just have to rely on our imagination and things like that. So it's so important. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. We thank you for your time, coming all the way, joining us in the studio. It's been
Absolute pleasure.
And Sister Hasina says, Assalamu alaikum, my dear Razia. Awesome show, and mashallah to Abba Fatima. Jazakallah khair. Until we connect with you again, we wish you a lovely day further. We know that school will be closing soon, so you'll be winding down for a holiday and then getting ready for final term. Hey?
The stress. I tell you.
And that will be over before we know it. Until then, Sister Fatima, jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Fatima Dawood joining us on Urban Women this morning. And subhanAllah, she sang the South African national anthem in Arabic for us. Stay tuned. I'm going for a break. I'll be back with you. Urban Women with me, Razia Rangwood.